Welcome back to the 1% Mind. Imagine it is 6 p.m. on a Friday. You are shutting your laptop after a 50-hour work week. You hit all your deadlines. But as you sit on the couch, you experience a profound, bone-deep depletion. You cannot process a simple text message from a friend. You order takeout, stare blankly at a television show you have seen a dozen times, and completely dissociate from reality. Most professionals accept this exhaustion as the unavoidable price of ambition. Yet, if you look at the absolute elite, the billionaires and CEOs running global operations, they manage 10 times the complexity, carry 100 times the risk, and make 1,000 more decisions without looking like hollowed-out zombies. They look sharp. They retain a relentless momentum. How is that discrepancy possible? It is not a matter of superior genetics, and they are certainly not immune to stress. The difference lies entirely in how they govern their internal physiological economics. Elite performance is not dictated by raw effort, but by a structural shift in resource management. Modern corporate culture is built on a foundational lie that there are exactly 24 hours in a day, and squeezing maximum efficiency out of every single minute will guarantee your success. But human output is not linear. Imagine you perfectly block out 3 hours on your calendar for deep strategic work. Right before you begin, you receive an aggressive email from a superior that spikes your anxiety. You have the 3 hours of time sitting in front of you, but your prefrontal cortex is completely hijacked by emotional stress. You will spend those 3 hours staring at a screen, paralyzed by brain fog. Time is a fixed, dead measurement. Energy is the living currency of performance. To understand this, look at this internal ledger. Every single morning, your biological bank account wakes up with a finite starting balance. Let's call it 1,000 energetic dollars. Every interaction, thought, and physical movement acts as a withdrawal from this finite capital. Optimizing a color-coded calendar is mathematically useless if your internal biological battery is drained by noon. To stop the drain, we must audit the hidden tiers of energetic burn. Thinking is a highly expensive biological act. Your brain accounts for roughly 2% of your body weight, yet it consumes 20% of your body's total energy supply. In the 1920s, a Russian psychologist named Bluma Zygarnik made a fascinating observation in a busy restaurant exactly like this one. She watched the waiters execute a seemingly impossible memory feat. They held massive, complex orders in their heads, substitutions, cooking preferences, specific drinks, without writing notes. But the very second the food was delivered and the bill was paid, that entire database of information vanished from the waiter's memory entirely. Zygarnik discovered a foundational rule of human neurochemistry. The brain aggressively deletes completed tasks, but it obsessively remembers interrupted ones. Look at your professional life right now. That email sitting in your inbox that you promised to reply to later. The massive project file on your desktop you are avoiding. These are modern interrupted tasks. Every uncompleted task creates an open loop in your neurochemistry. They function like background apps, silently draining your central battery. The elite operate on ruthless closure. By answering emails and mapping project steps, they signal the subconscious to power down. Procrastinating on minor tasks creates a silent, massive tax. Your subconscious mind will continue trying to process those open loops, keeping you biologically exhausted, even while you sit on the couch. If cognitive tasks burn your capital slowly, interpersonal friction destroys it instantly.
Emotional regulation is the single most expensive biological process the human body can undertake. Think about your physical reaction to a highly dramatic or toxic coworker. Navigating their fragile ego and absorbing their manufactured crises causes your brain to be immediately flooded with cortisol. Your nervous system is heavily taxed. The amateur tolerates these individuals. They falsely equate corporate professionalism with universal accessibility, allowing their finite daily energy to be looted by whoever asks for a meeting. Elite performers view their energetic proximity as a sacred, heavily guarded financial asset. They aggressively refuse interactions that carry a negative return. They do not accept draining coffee meetings, and they completely avoid office gossip, recognizing it as a zero ROI emotional investment. Allowing toxic individuals unchecked access to your calendar is a profound act of self-sabotage. You are literally funding their dysfunction with your finite vitality. This brings us to a counterintuitive framework developed by psychologist Gay Hendricks regarding human skills and biological burnout. This diagram maps human operation. The outer edge is the zone of incompetence. Moving inward is the zone of competence. The trap is the zone of excellence, tasks you are highly proficient at, heavily rewarded by the corporate world. The dark side is biological. You might be a brilliant analyst, but if spreadsheets kill your soul, you bleed energetic capital. The ultimate target is the core, the zone of genius. Here, time vanishes and work deposits massive energy back. In this inner zone, the energetic mechanics invert. The work no longer results in a withdrawal, it deposits massive amounts of capital back into your account. The elite violently delegate, automate, or eliminate external tasks to ensure 80% of their career is spent solely in this zone of genius. Allowing your ego, or corporate praise, to trap you in the zone of excellence is the most guaranteed path to a midlife crisis and severe burnout. To stop the bleeding immediately, you must execute the 1% energetic profit and loss protocol. Look at this ledger. For 7 days, treat your biology like a corporation. Track every activity, assigning a positive or negative energetic value. You will notice massive losses. Scrolling social media leaves you lethargic. A heavy lunch forces a 2 p.m. crash. By the end of the 7 days, you will possess a terrifyingly accurate map revealing exactly where your daily vitality is leaking out. Fixing these leaks requires mastering the most powerful word in the elite vocabulary: no. Warren Buffett summarized this perfectly. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. When you say yes to misaligned work or a draining social event, you are actively sacrificing the cognitive capital required to build your own business or be truly present with your family. Auditing your psychology is the first step, but you are still operating a biological machine. If the hardware is broken, the software crashes. In video 8, we move into pure biology to decode the sleep ROI, revealing how chronic deprivation is literally shrinking the size of your brain. If this framework shifted how you view your daily output, hit the like button right now, subscribe to the 1% Mind, click the notification bell, and share this video with a highly talented colleague who is drowning in burnout. Saying yes to unimportant obligations means financing someone else's agenda with your own life force. Stop managing your time. Start hoarding your energy. I will see you in the next video.